Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of April right through the end of May 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. We've just moved into Taurus season, and that's all about finding opportunities to increase your wealth or make sure that you streamline your energy towards your goals. Really prioritize on what's important, phase out anything that's not working at this time. Also, you may feel a little bit more inclined to focus on budget, repayment plans, and look at your acquisitions as well. This is a period that increases your finances and brings opportunity for good fortune. So let's see what is happening for you in your career sector at this moment in time. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? You have the Judgment card to start there, so you're really focused on your calling, your mission, your path, the trajectory that you are currently on. But some of you are having a bit of a wake-up call in your career sector where you feel you may have noticed people underestimating you or undervaluing your talents, your skills. You may feel unappreciated in some area, and you're just readdressing the balance. Now, I'm not saying that you're tooting your own horn at this time, but I really feel like you're looking at all the gifts that you have to offer, your talent, your tenacity, your focus, you're determined, you're really, gifted and talented at what you do, but also you're channeling that energy into making progress. You're hardworking and you're someone who can be depended on for getting the job done. So I feel like you're looking across the board and seeing how you are the sort of person who, goes above and beyond, and everybody else not so much. So you really are looking at the fact that you are an asset in any industry or company that you work for. Even if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, you really are an asset within the industry that you are currently making headway in. With the Six of Swords there as well, some of you may have felt tested. There's been a period where things have been super busy. You may have felt highly pressurized to the point where you may feel that you've been neglecting your own needs because you've been trying to get a lot done. There just seems to be so much to do and so little time. Some of you may have even felt that time is really speeding up at the moment, and it feels like you're on a cycle of repeat where things are really fast-paced, fast-moving, and you're someone who has a lot of ideas and has a lot of energy most of the time, but some of you are feeling a little bit drained right now and maybe even lacking motivation. You may feel that because there's a level here of you feeling not appreciated or noticed for your skill set, or you feel like you've unfulfilled potential in your current circumstances, you're kind of looking further afield and deciding to, perhaps walking away from something that has been not fulfilling for you. Now, this doesn't have to be a career path that you're walking away from or a job that you're walking away from, but I feel some of you are looking at your prospects long term and seeing if you can visualize yourself in the company that you're in or the sector that you're in long term. And if you can't, I feel like some of you are thinking about branching out, diversifying in some way, and doing a lot of critical thinking over the next coming weeks in order to expand in some area of your career sector. They want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much. Some of you may also put yourself into, a level of study or training to upskill, or maybe you are currently browsing classes online, or even like night classes, or, maybe even like some sort of course that lasts a couple of weeks or months in order to upskill or just learn more about your craft, really hone it so that you can be the best that there is. And I feel like you are going to accomplish quite a lot. But ultimately, I also see you erecting healthier boundaries in your working environment. Really weird. I'm being distracted right now by an image that I can see in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. And they're showing me an image of a vampire. So, I mean, this could indicate some of you are like deciding to take night work, or you're looking at changing your schedule in some way. Could even mean that you're drained. Maybe there's someone you're working with right now who's really draining your energy, or perhaps you're just feeling super drained because there's so much going on right now and it feels like you can't catch a break. Could also mean that there's someone, perhaps in particular, that you're trying to stay away from at this time. I don't know how else to decode that, to be honest. I'm just getting this energy vampire feel. So maybe you're looking at where you are in terms of your environment or the way that you work. You could be like even looking at your seating, making sure that the chair is, ergonomically like sound for your back, or it could be that perhaps the computer monitor has been draining your energy, or perhaps straining your eyesight and you're getting some sort of filter. I feel it's more about health because you have the Queen of Cups there. So I feel like you're looking at the environment that you work in, even if you work from home, or you're an entrepreneur and you work in, a cafe or something, or you have an office that you rent out for a while. I feel like you're looking at best working practices for your body, mind, and soul at this time. And your first card there is the Judgment card. So you could be in a period of restructure or judging, what's right for you at this time. The Judgment card is a card of clarity, choosing between paths, or restructuring and analyzing which is the next step to take. So, the Judgment card actually means you're leaving a part of whatever it is that you do behind because either it's not working for you anymore or you've outgrown it. Some of you could be that you've hit a plateau or a glass ceiling in your career and you've come as far as you can. With that Moon card energy, some of you are feeling a little bit uncertain about restructures, changes, or maybe even mergers and things that are going on behind the scenes in your industry or in your current company. And you're just weighing up your options just to make sure that you secure your future. Because that Knight of Cups, it tells me that you are really good at what you do. You're really gifted. You have a lot to offer the sector that you work in because your whole heart and soul is in what you do. You tend to want to follow your heart and do something that you love. And if you're not doing that right now, I feel like you're walking away from something. You will be missed is what I see there, but ultimately it's what's best for you. And I feel some of you have been really tested, had some challenging times in the working environment, because I feel this sense of maintaining motivation or drive. And some of you may have felt it's been hard because of either the projects that have come up or there's like excess work going on. You're feeling a little bit bogged down. Now, some of you, this is not going to resonate with all of you, but some of you may have been asked to kind of like write down the tasks or responsibilities that you do day to day. That did come up briefly in another sign. I can't really remember the reading, who it was for, but it's coming up in this one. So you may hear from your boss or maybe from a governing body that says, hey, how many hours do you do and what do you do for it? What is it that you're doing day to day? And you may be like, well, you hired me. You gave me the job spec. So to some degree, you should know what I have to do. But if you really want to go down that route, this is what I should be doing. And I'm doing all of that, but this is what I'm actually doing, and you've piled a whole lot more work on top of me than what was in the job spec to start with. And I feel like some of you could be like really brutally honest and say, well, you asked and I'm telling you, and there's been no extra finances for all the extra responsibility. So I feel there may be some sort of readdress of the balance by you being super honest and listing all the things that you do and say, hey, none of these things were on the job spec, so I'm going above and beyond. There's ad hoc duties and then there's taking the pee, if you know what I mean. So I feel some of you are kind of like looking at that. But ultimately, this card is about belief in oneself. It literally says there, believe in yourself. A new spiritual path or direction is opening up for you. And you have a lot of cards with cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. So this is really about following your heart. It's about finding a level of enjoyment and fulfillment in what you do, but it's also about you being comfortable in your own skin in the environment that you find yourself in as well. So some of you, I feel there's an energy here of respect, people showing you respect for what it is that you bring to the table of your career, and you really are an asset to any team or environment that you find yourself in. But the Judgment card could be you kind of like either reimagining your career path or, tweaking the plan in some way. And this card also indicates some of you've been thinking or strategizing for a while about the next steps. And the month of May is a month where you really know what next steps to take and you're taking action on it. I feel some of you are actually walking away from something because you feel that they haven't utilized your skill set, or you feel there's been too much office politics, maybe even rejection there. There seems to be like delays or, things being promised and nothing being delivered. And some of you may even find that you haven't had the resources or tools to actually do whatever it is that you do. And you're just getting fed up with having to bring the magic, but nobody's supporting you in your endeavors. So you just feel almost like you're on your own in your own corner or sector, just doing you. And, you really are an integral cog in a system, but right now you're not feeling that way. I feel like the pressure has been on. And of course, that's not going to resonate with everyone, but I'm really getting that coming through as well. Now, some of you, you may be thinking about launching a new endeavor. It may be something that is spiritual in nature, or it could be something that is holistic in nature. For some of you, it could be things like yoga or Reiki, or, it could even be tarot or scrying, or for some of you, it could be about meditation or mindfulness. Some of you are trying to open yourself up to a healthier working practice, and you are a healer. To get these two cards with the Queen of Cups there and the Knight of Cups, I feel like, you have a lot of empathy. You'd be a natural born leader, but part of you, even though you want to level up and move to the next stage, I feel like you actually want to create an enjoyable working environment, because you know that you're going to spend a lot of your working time in this environment, so you may as well be happy where you're at. And if you're not, you're definitely making some sort of change and restructure in order to move. Now, the Knight of Cups, I feel like something's going to be offered to you in May. This is an opportunity that you will want to grab with both hands. But also, I feel there's a very important message here about you and what you have to offer in connection to what you get for that offer, okay? The reciprocal exchange, the balance of the universe. So you're very gifted, very talented. You give a lot of energy, time, and focus onto your career sector, and you're checking in to see if you're fairly recompensed financially. If you feel like your skill set is not being reflected in the pay that you get, I definitely see that there could be some sort of meeting where you kind of put it out there and say, you know what? I'm going above and beyond here, and I know that things are stretched, but is there a chance, an opportunity for some level of promotion or a raise or new income, an increase there? I feel that this meeting, it may not go exactly as you'd hoped. So it almost feels like everything that you talked about in this meeting is not met, or is met with a delay, okay? However, I feel there's something new on the horizon where it feels like something you didn't expect. It feels like it's bigger. So if you were hoping to, I don't know, if you were working as a manager and you wanted to move up to a partnership, for example, you may actually find that you get promoted to vice president. I feel like it's almost like you want to, or have a meeting about going a little bit, above, and actually you're going to be offered something even higher than that. And I do feel it's a very, how can I put that, competitive position that you're going for, but you've got the skill set. You're going to be offered it, okay? It's going to require a lot more work, a lot more responsibility. However, you may need to negotiate the pay grade, because I feel like they may try to offer you something that is less than you truly deserve and desire. And with that strength card, I feel like with endurance and you standing your ground and empowering yourself, I feel like they will see that you're a force to be reckoned with. And I feel like they'll actually match what you're hoping for. They'll ask you, and you may say that you kind of say if you want this much money, and you ask for this much. So they'll try and negotiate you down, but you'll get kind of what you were hoping for in the end. So I see something like that happening with this situation. Now, the Knight of Cups also is a card of, putting a lot of effort into your goals and dreams, and all that effort then being reflected back to you with opportunity, growth, and, reward. So I do see, there's an exchange here. If you were looking at it from my point of view, I'm looking at it in terms of energy. It's like, well, this is what I have to offer, and here's a prize. There is a reward. This is the outcome energy. So I definitely see that, you're putting your own needs first, and I feel some of you are even putting your resume out there to find new opportunities. And I feel when you do that, there's going to be perhaps a couple of interviews that you go for that may not go your way, and maybe even you intuitively feel that you're not meant to be there. And there's going to be this one opportunity that comes in. It's the start of something really exciting. It's almost like an adventure in your career, but it's more in alignment with your vision, and it will actually help you increase finances, but also it shows that you're above the competition. It shows that actually you're so good at what you do, and it may kind of like reestablish your sense of confidence in the career sector. Now, of course, we've got the moon energy there. Now, the moon energy, I'm getting two things here. Number one, the meaning of the card is, to feel a little bit uncertain or feel that there are some changes going on behind the scenes that will be revealed to you. I actually see some of these changes that will be revealed to you are an opportunity. I feel like you're being offered something here, and you may have to make a decision as to whether you stay or go in it. With the Five of Cups present and the Ace of Wands, I see some of you rejecting an offer because you feel that they're not honoring your skill set, or they're not honoring the value of what you have to offer. So I see some of you actually leaving, even though you may feel a little bit pressure, or may feel a little bit stressed or a little bit nervous about this. I feel deep down, it's the best thing for you, and then an even better opportunity is coming towards you. Now, also, I'm getting, of course, the moon card. There's a dog and a wolf there, and that can represent the sense of duality, wanting a long-term position where you know where your finances are coming in from, but also this sense of freelance energy. So it could be that you are trying to set up something independently right now, and you're looking at your skill set and pouring a lot of time and energy into what it is that you love, but you may be finding it hard to find the balance to give your energy to the two things. So I feel like things will harmonize for you, and I feel that whatever it is you're setting up independently, or whatever it is you're working on independently, it'll be very successful indeed. For some of you, I feel like you're being guided or called to do something that at first you may feel, well, there's a lot of people doing that, or there's a lot of competition out there, but I feel like you're looking at what makes you unique, what makes you stand out from the crowd. And I feel like, you're being called to this path for a reason. So even if you feel that your heart yearns to be going in a certain direction, but you feel, it's oversaturated, or there's so many people going for that, don't talk yourself out of it. Please have confidence, believe in yourself, because I feel like you set yourself above everybody else, and I feel like you're going to be very successful in whatever this is, So for example, if some of you wanted to be like, I don't know, an actor, or you wanted to be someone who's highly creative or in social media or whatever, and of course there's a lot of competition for that, and some of your family or friends may have said, you know what, you're great at what you do, but there's so much competition. I just want the best for you, and I'm a little bit nervous about your path. And you're like, yeah, you're right, but you should listen to the part of yourself that says you're going to be successful, go for it. Because I feel, that you're being guided in this direction for a reason. You're protected, and I definitely see that, you will win awards for whatever it is that you are moving into. And I'm just giving you an idea of different industries or sectors, but please apply it to your sector, because I feel there's some sort of award or bursary or acknowledgement coming your way in your career that really sets you up for your future there as well. Now, the moon card often represents a hidden opportunity from the universe being orchestrated towards you. So I feel there is something coming in, being offered to you in May. I feel like I'm getting an energy of two things, and one of them, of course, you're going to reject, okay? We definitely have two cards here in the resistance position. When you have it in the resistance position, it's like you got it in the reverse. So there is a level of rejection or something that does not go in your favor. I mean, I would say don't sweat that, because there is something new being lined up here for you, something that is more rewarding, something that's more in alignment with your true calling, something where you will not have to accept less than you truly deserve. So I definitely see change happening there for you. Now, we do have the Empress energy. It's in the resistance position. Again, it's like you got it in reverse. For some of you, you're trying to navigate working, paying the bills, looking after children, bringing up a family, or trying to find love. It's a lot, okay? And some of you have been struggling with finding the balance there. Some of you have been neglecting your own needs, but I definitely see that May will be a month where you will implement higher, healthier boundaries to make sure that you have some good me time. So it's like, if you've been taking work home, it's always been on your mind. I feel like you're getting a good quality time to switch off and say, no, this is my time now. If you work for yourself, normally, imagine it's 9 to 5. But if you work for yourself, it tends to be 24/7. So I feel like you're getting a better structure in place so that you can have more time to enjoy yourself or have time to switch off there as well. The Emperor's energy tells me that you're brimming with potential. And some of you may also feel that there are some restructures going on in the industry that you work for. And because you've been in the industry for a long time, or you feel that you're mature in this position, you've been in it for quite some time, you may be wondering, are they going to make redundancies? I mean, I do see redundancies happening in the industries across the board, and that's for 2024 and 2025. I definitely see restructure, and that's across the world in pretty much every industry. It's a knock-on effect, of course, since 2020, but I definitely see some shifts and changes there. But what I want you to be aware of is the Six of Swords tells me that you're protected and redirected towards something better. With the Queen of Cups, you're being directed towards that, enjoying what you do, finding fulfillment and value in what you do, but also, being appreciated and rewarded for whatever it is that you do, and you're following your heart there. So some of you may be launching a new business idea or doing something that is in alignment with you, where you can feel proud to put your name to it, or your reputation is increasing for what you do. You're very skillful, and I feel like you have a lot of knowledge. You've actually established yourself at what you do. And if some of you beautiful Geminis have come to this reading, and I'm saying this, you've come to this reading, not it's going to happen in May. I want to really be clear about this. Some of you may have come to this reading and you've lost your job or walked away from a toxic situation or were made redundant. Yes, things have been challenging, and you may have been feeling a little bit anxious there with that moon energy. Some of you have been a little bit nervous as to whether you're going to find an opportunity. Well, the answer is yes, you're going to be offered one major one, but I feel like you'll turn down something else. So I feel like you get offered two major things, but one of them is the right opportunity for you. And I feel you will be appreciated and rewarded heavily for your skill set. Also, some of you may actually go through some sort of training scheme before you actually have this role. I mean, it could be the probation period that I'm seeing there. You'll get a contract, but I feel some of you may even launch a course of study or upskill, go into some sort of level of training in order to increase your wealth. So I definitely see that as well. And some of you, it's a side hustle. I definitely see second streams of income here, doing something that you're really creative, basically really passionate about, and it will become a main job eventually. I see it, helping you move to a new environment, some of you are actually relocating in your work anyway, or thinking about working abroad, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Some of you may be deciding to locate your business abroad, or you're looking into that right now, having a bit of a wake-up call and trying to get closer to nature in some way, or really be productive and enjoy what you do, but at the same time have a good quality of life. I feel that's pretty much what we're all trying to do. Some of us have 3 or 4 jobs trying to make it work. Some of us have 1, some of us have 2. It depends on your circumstance, but I definitely see that the way things have been going for you, you feel that abundance has been delayed, or you've been working so hard and there's no reward right now. It just feels a little bit exhausting, okay? But there is some change here. I definitely see promotion vibes for you. If you're in a company, I see you attracting more wealth, because anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. And the Empress always represents seeds that you've already sown, that you've been nurturing, ideas, projects, pathways, suddenly starting to bloom, blossom, flourish, and it being ripe for the picking. There is reward and harvest time here for you. I feel it's not just good luck, because I feel like you worked for this, but I feel like you've been disciplined on your path and success is assured. Be confident in all that you've been doing so far. Now, it literally says here, express your creativity, time to follow your intuition. So I definitely see that some of you are walking away or rejecting something. Now, it could be that you're staying where you're at, but you're rejecting some new rules or regulations or new structures or ways of working. Perhaps you're kicking back against that, or you may even have an interview or an appraisal with your boss and say, actually, you know what, this doesn't work. It just delays a process. There may be some extra steps added to what you do already, and you're like, well, it just wastes time. So it's not productive at all. It actually prevents productivity. And I feel you will be the voice of reason, and they will scrap it. I feel they'll take it away and you'll get back to working in a streamlined fashion. Now, I want you to be aware, the Ace of Wands in the resistance position, like you got it in the reverse, it can represent rejection. So some of you have been putting your resume out there and there's no opportunities, or you may have even been up for a promotion and it didn't go your way. Well, with the Queen of Cups here, I feel like there is something being offered that's more in alignment with a healthier working practice that has great status, but it feels like, I know this sounds really weird, you'll work hard, but you won't work as hard as you would have done in the other role. And it feels like the money is fairer in this new role that's coming in. So it's almost like you had a lucky escape. If you got rejected from something recently, or something didn't go your way, or even if you were trying to get a lucrative project or deal or a new client and it didn't go your way, you had a lucky escape is what I'm being given here, because it feels like the role was almost only temporary. So it could have been something that was offered and then the company decided to downsize, or it could be a role that was offered and suddenly they phased it out. It's almost like there was like a time limit on it. So it could be that, they wanted someone to work on a certain project, move into a different sector, give them a different title. And then when they got the work done, they're like, well, we don't need you anymore. Goodbye. And it just feels like, not that it was a trick, it just feels like you had a lucky escape. Okay, so that's what's coming out there. There is something way better being lined up here for you, and you're working towards something. Because with that Strength card, that's a card of endurance, maintaining momentum. Because when we do something every day, it's hard, especially when you feel it's a repetitive cycle. It's really about finding inspiration in the moment, enjoying what you do, and being a maverick, but also being, a master or a mistress of what you do, because you do it so often, you're almost like on autopilot. It's second nature. So I feel like you're at the top of the career sector that you work in. You're so good at what you do. But of course, any locked door or brick wall, it's there for a reason. It's there because the universe says this is not for you, or this is not ready right now. There's a reason. Trust the process. So by the end of May, there's something new coming in that you'll feel excited about. This is the start of something. As you can see there, this cloud, it's very turbulent, and then suddenly the hand of the universe pops out with a wand. Wands are all about energy, motivation, drive, ambition, passion. So you're going to have a little bit more energy than you've been having. I feel like there may even be this energy vampire who leaves the company or leaves your sector. or leaves you alone, and the environment becomes much nicer. But ultimately, I feel behind the scenes, some of you are just looking at how much skill and talent you have to offer your role, and you just feel like you're not getting what you want in the position that you're in right now, and you're just putting the feelers out for something new, because I see some of you just deciding to move forward. There's progress here, but also I feel a testing time that you've been going through is actually going to get much easier. So this could be the start of a new project. This could be a new client. It could also be a new way of working that transforms your everyday. This is a card of dreaming big and, being inspired to turn those dreams into reality. And you've got a lot of dream cards here. So I definitely see that, you are making your dreams come true, literally. And I feel the universe is going to give you a little helping hand there as well. Now, of course, the Ace of Cups, it is a card of, a new endeavor or the energy to go forward with that new endeavor. But it also means you're transforming your career sector or transforming your current circumstances. And with the Empress in this position, it can indicate that whatever it is you're moving towards, you're going to be very productive. It's going to be a very busy month. Don't get me wrong there, but I feel it's more that you're going to enjoy what you do, okay? And it just feels like it's not pressure. And because I feel like you're managing stressful situations right now, and some of you are trying to set up industries where you help people manage stress, or you're just looking at healthier working practices. That's the main energy I'm getting for the month of May in particular. Now we do have the Five of Cups, okay? Again, it's in the resistance position, and that's actually really positive because it basically means a new job or an opportunity is offered to you, or hope returns after a period of having to let something go, or if something didn't go your way. It basically means you're moving on from a difficult period. But also, it does mean that there is a new opportunity coming in, because of course anything that's in the reverse, it will go into the upright. There's a new opportunity coming in that you can't even see yet. It could be a new business partnership, could be a new alliance, it could be a new offer coming in, and it will be perfect for you. And if there's anything that's been going wrong recently, there's a reason for that. Sometimes the universe sends us an uncomfortable energy. It almost like aligns us with a tower moment. Things start to go wrong. Things start to feel like they're overwhelming. Things start breaking down. It basically means the universe is setting you up for change. It's giving you little signs along the way to say, this is not for you. It feels uncomfortable, right? It's not working. Okay, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to change? And if you ignore the signs, suddenly the universe will send you that tower moment, which means liberation, structure, but also a rude awakening, or like a massive wake up call. And you've got the Judgment card. You're making the wake up call happen for yourself. So right now, I definitely see that you're in a period of restructure, looking for other opportunities, and there's one that's going to surprise you. Keep your eyes peeled. Don't be thinking about anything that didn't go your way, because remember, rejection is protection and redirection towards something greater, something more rewarding. So I see that this month, a lot of brainstorming happening, new ideas. We've got the Strength card. It says here, discover yourself, trust your intuition and your inner wisdom. This is a card of, being in the right place at the right time when you partner it with the Judgment card. But it's also about you being bold and daring to, grab onto new opportunities that are more in alignment with your heart's desire. But also the Strength card indicates you have the gift of perseverance. And I feel like you're honoring your skill set. It also means that you have unlimited resources to make whatever it is you want to happen in your career or your money situation, to make it happen. Things are difficult, don't get me wrong. You've got the Five of Wands there. Some of you may also be worried that you may not have enough, but I definitely see the universe is orchestrating an opportunity, a surprise one towards you that will set you up in a very comfortable position. Okay. Now, of course, the Strength card is number 8, and that's the number of the self. So you're putting your own needs first. And that Six of Swords, for some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, you're thinking about relocating. I've already mentioned that. Some of you, whether you are an entrepreneur or not, you're thinking about a vacation or a getaway, maybe a quick getaway there, and you're trying to tie up loose ends. You may feel under pressure in order to get projects finished, or basically get everything in order before you take that vacation. And then when you are on that vacation, you're gonna be like, and relax. Okay, so you're gonna really enjoy that. Now, Six of Swords, it's a card of coming through testing times, recognizing that you are in a transition period. But it can also indicate some of you are acutely aware of some shadow practices in your working environment. And what I mean by that is you may be noticing that people take advantage of your willingness to work, your excitedness to take up a new opportunity. Sometimes people may have tried to delegate the worst role or the worst tasks onto you, and you're starting to be like, no, I'm not going to do that, because I feel like you're kind of looking at people's motivations. And, the Six of Swords can indicate that you're kind of like standing up to that and saying, you know what, I'd love to help you, but unfortunately I'm really busy with my own stuff right now. So I'll come back to you if I got a moment. And then you're just going to like breeze on past it and let them do it themselves. Okay. But Six of Swords, some of you have been under a lot of pressure recently, whether you are working for yourself or looking for a job, or whether you're working for a company. It just feels like everything is intense right now, especially with that Five of Wands there. And the two partnered together indicates, yes, you're being protected in challenging times. And yes, you're going to be creatively brainstorming in order to move forward and accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. But also you must value yourself and your skill set and not undersell yourself or let anyone undermine you in any shape or form. Some of you may be dealing with, and I'm getting this energy, some of you may be dealing with a bit of a diva in the month of May. This person could be someone who is a little bit brutal in the way that they deal with you. It could be a difficult client, could be a difficult boss, someone who is trying to micromanage you. But I feel more in May, it's like they may be quite volatile, okay? It just feels like they may say something that really hurts. This person, I'm not saying, let them off the hook at all. No way. I feel this person's under a lot of pressure, and I feel to some degree you can empathize with that, but it's not okay for them to take it out on you. It's not professional. So you may actually have a quiet word with this person. I feel you will find a solution to this, and they will actually respect you more for saying, stop, you've gone too far. Okay, this person, they may actually start to confide in you after that. Whether you want that or not, that's your call. But I get a sense here, this person, it's almost like if you feel like you've got no support network in this company or this industry, neither do they. They feel like they're completely alone, and they've been neglecting their own needs as well. And also, I'm picking up, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Gemini. Some of you may have been going through a very deep grieving process. Okay, that's coming up there as well. Some of you are going through something really private, and you're trying to focus your energy onto work, and you've been feeling a little bit emotional recently, and your emotions are fluctuating. The body, it will process grief at different times, and it will surprise you. Suddenly, one moment you're feeling fine, and the next minute the grief washes over you. And, have patience with yourself. You're in a period of healing, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love. And I actually feel like whoever you are grieving at this time, I feel like they are trying to give you a sign or a symbol to let you know of their presence, that you're a very strong person, and they're guiding you towards success and opportunity. They really got your back. They're cheerleading you on from the sidelines, whether you got on with this person or not, day to day in the earthly plane. This person, they give me a sign. One moment, please. They're actually showing me like a, it's like a pentacle. They're just showing me a pentacle. Let me just, which obviously represents money, a coin. And there's a star on it. Like an Ace of Pentacles. I'm just seeing, because my guides are showing me the pentacle. So this could represent that either they're guiding you towards more money, or there's more money coming towards you. Could be the start of you aligning yourself with prosperity or success. But I feel they're trying, they're trying to highlight that a coin showing up in unusual places is going to be your sign that your person is around you and wants you to be aware of their presence, but also that there is financial reward coming in. And although financial reward, when it comes to, having this person around, there's, no comparison. You'd rather have the person, of course. Some of you may have had the difficult job of having to sort through inheritance or, legal documents. But I feel you're going to find a cent or a penny or a coin, unusual coin, may even have a star on it, in the next 2 to 3 months is what I'm seeing there. And that's just an indication that they're around and they're actually helping you become more successful in whatever endeavor it is that you are working towards. And with a lot of respect and love, I'm going to move away from that energy, but they just want you to be aware that they're still around, okay? And it is a difficult time, but you will move through this, and you are a very strong person. So with respect, I'll disconnect from that. Thank you so much. For the rest of you, beautiful Gemini, I definitely see that you're moving away from hardship or difficult times or highly pressurized time and brainstorming new opportunities or, reimagining your career in a different way. So it could be that you are thinking about taking up an upskilling class or getting a certification or qualification in order to move into a different pay grade or even a different sector, because I feel like you're still doing something that you love, but at the same time I feel right now you're feeling a bit uncertain, but also in a bit of a transition period where you're looking at how people treat you, you're looking at how you feel about the role that you're in, and I feel like you're making some major changes in order to be on the right path. I mean, for some of you, there's an opportunity coming in and it may require you to move to either a different country or a different state, or you have to travel a little bit further afield. I feel the challenge will be in that you may feel you're moving away from family or friends or, an established lifestyle right now, but you're going to love it. You're still going to love it, okay? The hardest bit will be the transition, but you're going to love it. You're following your heart, and I feel like there's a lot more reward to come there as well. For some of you beautiful Geminis, I'm picking up an energy that some of you, you may have been out of the working environment for a while because you've been doing the incredibly difficult job of raising your children. You may have taken some time out to have a child, or may have been just looking after the household, and you may decide that you want to do something that you're really passionate about and move back into the working sector. The transition in terms of the time frame, the schedule, it will be a little bit challenging at first, but you're going to be really inspired, have a lot more energy, and again, you're going to love what you do, and you're going to elevate very quickly there as well. Now, some of you also may be thinking about retiring. Okay, I'm getting an energy with that Six of Swords of either purchasing a retirement home or moving abroad. I'm getting that energy. Some of you, there may be some legal things you'll need to look into that could be quite challenging, but you're going to find your way through it, no problem. I feel there is a person who can give you some really good advice on that. But some of you are thinking about the best date to retire, and some of you may have decided to delay your retirement briefly, but I still see that when you do decide to retire, you're going to love it, okay? I just feel like this is completely your time. You're going to be doing lots of projects and doing things that you love, but at the same time, you may be trying to find a time that is right for you. And intuitively, you will know that. I feel like you're being guided and given signs and omens as to when to do that. So you will make the right choice there as well. But the majority energy, I see promotion available, but it feels like it's not the promotion you thought you'd be getting or that you'd hope to get. I feel it's something better, something more rewarding. I feel like there's movement here. They want me to go again, so I will. We've also got the pink moon there as well. So the first card there we got is Unicorn Moon. So that's a very unique energy, you standing out. It says, take a gentle approach to the situation, unique gifts, calm, purity, and hope. So I definitely see that that's kind of the flow that you're in for the month of May in particular. And I feel like, you are kind of aligning yourself with a wish, but you're going to work really hard towards it. So you're still going to reach your goal. Also, we've got Quicksilver. And this is the energy that I was picking up on earlier, that you had a lucky escape. There was something offered, or maybe there's even going to be something offered that intuitively you feel like you want to reject in the month of May. And it feels very temporary. It just feels like easy come, easy go, it's gone. It says here, accept the temporary nature of everything. Fleeting, elusive, not meant to be. Okay, so that definitely came up there. So it must be for somebody. It may not resonate with everyone, but even another deck is giving the same energy here. So I feel there may have been an opportunity that was on the cards that either you reject or you felt rejected from, and it wasn't meant to be, because there's something better here for you being lined up. We also have the waning crescent. It's time to leave the past behind. Transition, surrender, and reflection. So some of you are deciding to leave a position because it's been draining, it's not rewarding, and others, you may be changing a way that you approach your work. Could even be an outdated practice or an outdated computer program. And I feel for some of you, the transition is like leaving this energy of you always offering and going above and beyond in your working environment and receiving little in the way of reward as a return. I feel now it's reciprocity all the way. You give all of yourself, you go above and beyond. You expect it to be reflected in your pay packet there as well. Because ultimately, even though I was given that sign of a pentacle there earlier, I feel like you have no cards with pentacles there. So it's not that money's not important. Of course it is, but you've got a lot of cups here, a lot of watery energy and a bit of fire. So it's almost like, you're trying to be in the flow, really focus on your goals and dreams, have that tenacity, that driven energy, and, push through those moments where you feel uninspired. It's all about maintaining, because you can really love what you do, but there's going to be days where you feel drained or uninspired or feel like it's not working. And then the next day is a new day, and suddenly you're back in the game, you're inspired, things are working easier. I guess what I'm saying is, sometimes we have to recognize, don't push if it feels too heavy. It's really you stepping away from something to pop back in at another time. Now we got the Nine of Swords there. This can also indicate some of you need better sleep. You've been having some sleepless nights, maybe even insomnia there. We've got the Emperor. So some of you could be stepping into leadership positions. I feel here that there is a big role being offered to you, or a big move in your career in some way that you're actually going to be successful in. This is a card of being serious. It's about being strict with yourself. It's about strategizing, and it's also being successful. It's a card of indicating that you are leadership material, or you could be setting up your own business right now, and it feels daunting, but also thrilling. Sometimes, and someone said this to me once, sometimes we need to look at our emotions, and we can feel anxiety, we can feel butterflies, but is there a way of changing that anxiety into excitement? Sometimes those butterflies are excitement. We're about to do something different, push ourselves out of our usual parameters, and that can feel a little bit scary, but also the rewards on the other side, it's so exciting. So I feel some of you are looking at that at this time. I'm just going to go and get a trinket. Oh no, I was told I haven't done one. Okay, yes, my guide said I haven't done this one. That's true, I haven't. Pink Moon, that's your last card there. And it says here, expect exciting declarations of love. Now, of course, this is a career reading. So, of course, there could be the potential of someone making their feelings known in your working environment or in your industry. However, I feel this is more about someone declaring that they love what you do. There is an energy here. It says partnership, commitment, and fairness. So that is what I'm feeling from your career sector. Someone appreciating your skill set. You having a lot of potential for a promotion here, but also an opportunity for you to follow your dreams and be so successful in them. And I feel like you're actually on the right path. There is a transition period. Things are going to get easier, but I feel, it's almost like a course correction in some way, but you may have felt that you were rejected from something, but actually it's because you're being guided to something better. Look at that. We got the spider. Now, spiders are all about prosperity, reward. we often have the dream catcher, which is in shape of a spider's web. So this is about you capturing an opportunity that is going to be so successful, but also I feel better luck is on its way for you. Also, spiders, they're very resourceful. They create their own environment. They build their own home. They build their own net to capture opportunity. So I feel like some of you are thinking about becoming really independent at this time, and I feel everything's going to come together. Some of you just want to feel supported right now as well. And I feel that there is one person who there's going to be a bit of a pressurized interaction. I don't feel like it's an argument per se. I feel like this person could be a little bit tough going or, a little bit volatile. But I actually feel like after an honest, open conversation, both of you realize that you're both under it. And I feel this person could be a strong alliance later on. Also, we've got the ring. Now, the ring represents contracts, proposals on the table, perhaps, and, basically being under pressure because, that's not really a diamond in there, but it's supposed to represent a diamond, and diamonds are formed under pressure. And I think even one of your last readings, my beautiful Gemini, I think the title was, like a diamond, you're formed under pressure or something like that, or maybe it came up in the reading, but I feel like you are a true gem in whatever industry you work in, and I feel things are going to come full circle for you. But, this is an omen of commitment. Your commitment will bring rewards. And I feel there may be a contract or a partnership laid on the table for you, or you're going to partner up with an industry or a role that you really love that is, going to be long term. But some of you may launch also a little bit of a side hustle or an independent business that will become your main business long term. Now, before I leave your reading, I'm hearing a song. This song has shown up for someone's reading in the past. I'm sure of it. It sounds too familiar. It's Dolly Parton's 9 to 5. Okay, but the bit they're giving me is tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition. Okay, so again, it's that energy of needing inspiration or feeling drained in your circumstances, but even when you're working really hard, if you love what you do, you'll spring out of that bed every morning and be inspired to do whatever it is that the day requires. So I feel some of you are making some adjustments just to make sure that you have that energy and that focus to accomplish whatever it is that you do and maintain momentum, because I feel like you're on a trajectory towards success. So I feel you're going to look back on the month of May and feel really proud about the path that you're taking, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. I would listen out for that song as well, by the way, because that song can be an indication that there is something being offered to you just after you hear that song. Okay, and I feel, you're going to love it. Whatever it is, it's an opportunity that you're going to grab with both hands. But you may have experienced some level of disappointment first before you get this new opportunity. So if something does resonate in this reading for you, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.